Anyway, let's move on to our next story now. There has been a story going around about, this lady who got into an accident. It's a very viral story. This lady who got into a car accident and unfortunately passed away. And why did she get into this accident? Because she saw her husband and his side chick while she was at a certain spa at a certain mall. And very quickly left the spa, got into her car and pursued them. While pursuing them, the husband saw he was being pursued, akaongeza mafuta, it was a whole thing. And then it ended up with her having an accident.
There's a picture of the accident.
Yes, that is so tragic, and we really sympathize with her. And clearly she is the victim of all of this. However, I think there were better ways to, respond to such a situation. If I saw my husband out there with another girl, at a mall, I think the first thing would not be to confront them. Let me go home, takutana nyumbani, we're going to talk about it, okay? And then we can proceed from there. But this babe felt the need to pursue them. Alisema leo ni leo. Hey, I hate to laugh. But the way my brain is set up, I just see the comedy in all of this instead of seeing the tragic thing that has happened. This babe lost her life while pursuing her husband. And then the funny thing is, her husband dropped off the side chick.
That part killed me.
And then came back to the scene, to the crime scene, to the accident scene, to act like this, oh, what has happened to my wife, blah, blah, blah. Sir, you are cheating on her. Anyway, this was also, it had been a trending story, and obviously the radio would cover it, and Maina and Kageni were talking about it. And the advice that Maina Kageni has is, if you must cheat, take your side chick out of town. Go hang her there. Why bring her around where your woman hangs around? It is the man's fault, but women are territorial. Being protective is a knee-jerk reaction to them. So basically what you're saying, instead of saying, men, don't cheat on your wives. If you feel the need to cheat divorce better. Her and then go marry another. The thing should be, don't cheat on your wife, because it's not like women don't have sexual urges. It's not like women are not hit on. But sometimes you look at, you weigh the options. You're like, you know what? If I entertain this new person that's coming into my life, there's a huge possibility I might lose what I already have. These are the thoughts that go through a rational woman's mind. She's like, yeah, I could be flirting with you and we could be doing this and going around my partner's back and doing the most. But when my partner finds out, we're going to break up. But these are not the thoughts that go through a man's mind, and I don't know why. And it should be the thoughts that they are having. If I'm hanging out with this small college girl, going around the mall I know my wife goes to, because obviously you know your wife. If your wife goes to get her pedicure, goes for her massage at a certain mall, even you as a rational human being, why would you be at the same mall? Why would you hang out with your small indiscretion? Where she goes, I think it was just purely disrespectful. This man was not scared of getting caught. And when he was finally caught, he decided to flee. And I don't know why. It's just a sad story, but at the end of the day, it's the man's fault. But also, ladies, if you ever find yourself in such a situation, if they are fleeing, let them go. If you're able to confront them at a restaurant, sit down, order what you need to order. Sit down, have a conversation. Wakitoroka watoroke. But just go home, have a conversation with your husband. Tell him, you know what, where were you today? If he lies, like, oh, I must have been a mad woman because I saw you at the mall with Jerry. And then if he denies, take out your phone, show him pictures you took of that, So there was just a better way to handle this. But now it ended up with this woman losing her life because her husband could not keep it in his pants. I'm mad.
Men will embarrass you. That's the truth. Men will embarrass you. The fact, the gumption that he actually still dropped off his girlfriend.
Imagine.
To come and look after his wife. That is the first thought that is going through your mind. Oh, let me just drop you off real quick. Probably even give her small change here so she can take care of it. Annoying. But that fact that you take a picture, don't be... I feel like... But I'm trying to put myself in a space mentally where I understand where this woman is coming from. Mm-hmm. Imagine she's been accusing this man of the same sin
Yeah.
for a while. And the man has denied it vehemently for a while. In that case, you feel the need, because that gaslighting that has gone on in your mind,
Exactly.
it's been going on for so long. This man has made you look like Boo Boo the fool, not just in front of yourself, because now you're facing yourself and you're like, I am an idiot. I believed him. And the first thing in your mind is you just want to show him to his face.
That you
What
know.
were you saying? Did you not tell me that you weren't cheating on me? What is this that I am witnessing right now? Like, you just want to catch him in the act so that you can somehow correct all of these fallacies that have been going into your mind, the way you've been lying to yourself, telling yourself that, no, maybe I'm being paranoid, maybe I'm overthinking, maybe, and the way he's piled on to that garbage. Imagine if this was a narcissistic man who's gotten you to a point where you're thinking, by they, I'm actually crazy. And then you see them in the act of actually doing the thing that you're trying to accuse them of. Oh, you're gonna run, and you're gonna run fast. Catch him in the act. Photos are not enough. You need more. And I feel like maybe that was maybe what was going on with this particular lady, and that's why she was on hot pursuit of this man who's been gaslighting her the whole time. However, at the end of the day, I think this is how you should be dealing with these matters. There was someone who actually gave a really good example of how I personally would treat this thing. She said, I left my husband 3 years ago. He was in the hospital recovering from an operation. I found out that his side chick had visited him the previous day. I left him, and it has been 3 years now. Honey, that's how you deal with that BS. That's how you deal with that nonsense, because there is no way, heaven or hell and even the world over, that you will be able to convince yourself, you'll be able to convince this man that they're doing something wrong. Clearly, this is a person who's gone over. But there's no shame attached to this situation. There is no regret attached to this situation. There is just, I don't want to get caught because I want to keep doing it. And I want to convince my wife to stay with me. So leave a bad situation. Before you get to such lengths, before you get to such points where now you're considering funny things like self-harm or harm of others, you really need to get yourself in order. Try and organize your finances. I don't know. Try and get yourself like a small shamba, pakamulu, tukwe neighbors. Just try and find things to do with your life that do not involve this person, because clearly they're not the best person for you. However, I don't know how you would react. Let me know. Do you think that her action of chasing after her man, hot pursuit, driving like a mad woman, because she was both mad physically and mentally, she was mad, and she was angry emotionally, would you drive and pursue your cheating partner? Would you be the person taking screenshots and pictures and now showing them once they get home after they've tried to lie to you? How would you react if you found your partner, you saw your partner cheating right in front of you? How would you react? 0777293666.